The Battle of Douvres radar station was military engagement of World War II as part of the Invasion of Normandy, that took place on 17 June 1944. The attack was by British 41 Commando Royal Marines. The station and area were defended mainly by Luftwaffe ground forces, preceded by an artillery bombardment and supported by mine-clearing and anti-bunker tanks of 79th Armoured Division. The Marines were able to secure the surrender of the garrison. Background: the Normandy landings. The Allied invasion of German-occupied France had commenced on 6 June 1944. The radar at Douvres-les-Davrand was the primary Luftwaffe radar station in the area, a fortified position of 20 acres, having been built by the TODT organization, comprising 5 radars with 30 concrete works, minefields, tunnels, bunkers, 5 cm anti-tank guns, of 7.5 cm field gun, a number of mortars, 20 machine guns and a ring of barbed wire 20 feet in height made up the defenses. At 11:00 p.m. on the night of 5/6 June 1944, the Allies launched intensive jamming of radar frequencies which blinded the German radar network from Cherbourg to Le Havre. On the morning of the 6th, the antennae at Douvres-les-Davrand were destroyed by Allied naval artillery bombardment. The 3rd Canadian Infantry Division, who had landed nearby on Juno Beach, isolated the station, but the Germans defended it for 12 days, awaiting a counter-attack by 21st Panzer Division. On one occasion it was supplied with food by a nocturnal paradrop mission from Mont-de-Marsan. After being rested and reinforced after the initial landings, the 4th Special Service Brigade, less No. 41 Commando, moved south to the radar station. The brigade was to isolate the station, that would allow other Allied forces to pass by and advance on assault. After securing the perimeter, 46, 47 and 48 commandos were sent to support the Canadians and 6th Airborne Division, while 41 Commando stayed behind. For the next week, the commandos harassed the strong point with occasional mortar fire, RAF rocket firing, Hawker Typhoon strikes and volleys from 2 attached Royal Marine Armoured Support Group Centaur tanks. Although the site did not threaten Allied movements in the area, it provided radar ranging information for Luftwaffe night fighters and constantly reported on British movements. On the 17th of June at 4:30 p.m., the assault began with a bombardment from Royal Artillery 7.2-INCH guns and Royal Navy ships just offshore. Under the new commander, Lieutenant Colonel Eric Palmer, 41 Commando and 44 armoured engineering vehicles attacked from the north, while other tanks created a diversion from the southwest. After half an hour of continuous bombardment, the armour advanced with 28 Sherman Crabs of the 22nd Dragoons, that cleared a way through the minefields. The 26th Assault Squadron's 17 Churchill tank AVRES with the breech-loading petards, known as flying dustbins, followed behind. At the same time, the remainder of the squadron gave covering fire, in particular against the supposed targets of the 5 anti-tank guns, while the Crabs were successful in clearing the minefields. AVRES with the flying dustbins caused severe destruction. One petard hit a 50mm gun and another an open emplacement at 60 yards range. The effect of such fire was devastating to the German defenders. At 5:40 p. The 160 men of 41 Commando rushed the bombarded positions and soon after swept over the outer defenses. Not long after that they entered the casemates, tunnels and bunkers, opening fire, and they found many shocked and dazed Germans. Having taken nearly all the strong points for the Germans, it was clear that the station could no longer be defended. With the protective concrete breach, the Germans surrendered. The assault was similarly successful on the small station on the northern side that was found to contain 38 Germans, but almost immediately they gave up. Like the others, they had been dazed, shocked and exhausted by the bombardment. Aftermath. The 227 remaining Luftwaffe personnel, including 5 officers, surrendered, and the last of the 4th Special Service Brigade's D-Day objectives was finally achieved. 41 Commando had suffered 6 casualties, including 1 kill, whilst the tankers from the 79th Armoured Division suffered 3 killed and 7 wounded. The Crabs in the successful mine clearing had 4 tanks disabled by mines. 1 AVRE was destroyed and another 3 were disabled during the close-range exchange with the German defenders. With all these variable degrees of damage, all but 1 tank was repairable. By middle of June, with the last German stronghold near the beaches taken, the Allied stronghold in turn was secure in every way. The front line was still 10 miles beyond the beaches, and that meant that Allied naval gunfire could break up any German attacks. Allied air forces, particularly the Typhoons dominating the sky, could also break German troop concentrations. The radar site at Douvres-les-Davrand is now home to a museum, with 2 of the bunkers housing displays about the evolution and role of radar. The museum also maintains a rare preserved example of the Wurzburg radar antenna.